ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय.
Swami, remember I asked you some questions about the Bhagavatam, 3 chapters that were supposed to be interpolations?
Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
Did you ask in mail or?
No, I asked, I'll show you. I got some, the question came up again. So here we have.
Sri Sudarshana Surikata Sukapakshiyam. Sri Ramanuja Purvaihi Prakshiptam Adhyayatrayam Anvartham Uchate. Vanasaya Vane Pratar Bhagana.
You want me to make it bigger?
Yeah, that too. This is only what we call Vyakhyanam, no?
Yeah, this is Sudarshana Suri commentary.
Yeah.
So it mentions something about it says here, Prashipta Mad.
Prakshipta, as you said, the interpolation.
Prashipta means interpolation?
Yeah.
And
but
the word,
literal
what is the letter here? Uchate.
Literal meaning is Shipta thrown out. That is deleted. Prakshipta is well deleted.
So Sudarshana Suri.
Ordinary meaning is chip to throw. That is throw out actually.
Yeah.
So Prakshipta is well thrown out in the sense well deleted, well what do you say? Denied access. So Adhyaya Trayam, so 3 chapters.
But here it says Purvaihi, it means by previous people, by people from before?
By previous
acharyas, it means.
Yeah, Purvachari.
So it's saying, Sudarshana Suri is saying previous acharyas have rejected these 3 chapters.
Right.
Okay.
So Anvartham Uchate is, they are now given the meaning.
Anvartam Uchate.
Uchate, it is a passive present
So
tense.
they're now, yeah, okay. They're now giving the meaning. He's giving, that means he's going to explain the meaning of those chapters also?
Yeah, 3 chapters.
But he's saying they're not original chapters, but he's going to give a meaning for them anyway.
Yeah, don't call them original as you say in English. As you said, that they have been rejected by the previous preceptors.
So they're additions.
Yeah.
Later additions.
Not addition, interpolation.
They're interpolations, but then he's going to comment on those also.
Right.
And does he say why why will he comment on them?
That means he accepts it as original.
He accepts it, but previous acharyas didn't accept it.
Right.
Oh.
Previous in the sense after Ramanuja.
After Ramanuja. But we don't know about Ramanuja.
Or you can even say preceptors before Ramanujacharya.
Yeah, but Ramanuja did not comment on it.
Yeah.
He didn't make any statement about it.
Ramanujacharya, I think, never commented on Bhagavatam.
Right. And there's another quotation supposed to be by Veer Raghavacharya. Veer Raghavacharya is a Sri Vaishnavacharya.
Naturally, by the name itself we can understand.
Well,
he cannot be Veera Raghava, yes.
No. So here is the.
No, நீங்க இல்ல நீங்க சொல்ற உத்தம விருடாச்சாரியர் எல்லாம் இப்போ இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ancient.
Here's the quote by Veer Raghvacharya.
பாகவத சந்திர சந்து. Okay, you can make it a little smaller also. So this
Itarabhya
Adhyayatrayam,
Adhyaya
no,
Trayam.
this says the three chapters have been deleted, rejected, because Vyasa did not like them.
Vyasa didn't like them.
Yeah,
Okay.
upekshitam. Vyasacharyahi upekshitam meaning Vyasa himself rejected.
Okay.
Apekshitam means wanted, but upekshitam has been rather declined to include.
Ata api prayasho.
Prayashaha, I shall read it. Ata then api also prayashaha generally. Vyavakriyamanatvat, because they are in vogue, VOGUE, or practice. They are in practice, that is, they are available. They were available.
Okay.
Because people say that the three chapters are also there.
Right.
Then Kaischit, by some people, Vyakhyatatvach, because some people have explained it. Also because they have been talked about and they have been explained by some people. Vyakhyayate, here it is being explained by Veera Raghavacharya. Atra here. Aghasura Vadatmakam. Adyena Aghasura Vadatmakam Charitram Anuvarnite. First is the killing of the demon called Agha.
Dhenukasura.
Agha meaning sin. Sinful demon. His name is Agha.
Aga.
Agha, not Aga. Agha meaning sin.
Atrad. What about this?
Aghasura. Atra.
Aga.
Adyena.
Agyena.
Adyena. Initially.
Agasura. Okay.
Aghasura Vadhatmakam Charitram. The history behind the killing of
Agasura. Yeah.
Anuvarnate is being explained.
Adina. Okay. Then then some other things.
Right. No. The story starts about the killing of
Karachit Bhagavan
Prataruttaya.
So the Lord's getting up.
Got up early. He joined with the same aged group of cowherds.
Cowherd boys. Yeah.
Prabodhayan, he woke them up. So Vane eva prathama bhojanaya. He wanted to take food.
Had breakfast in the forest. Yeah.
Manakurvan, he decided. Vatsaha purasaraha, with the calves leading them. Yasmatu yatata bhutaha charuna vishananam ravena vajrat nirjaga. Vishananam ravena, by the clang of the horns. Vishananam ravena. When they went together, all the cattle, the horns dashed with each other. So, and Charuna Ravena, it was a very beautiful music of the dashing of the horns of the cows and other, cows and bulls.
Good. Okay,
and
so
you
but
have also
the main point here was that Vyasa didn't like it. He didn't like these three chapters.
Upekshitam meaning avoided.
Vyasa avoided them.
Oh yeah.
So
he did not. The three chapters did not matter to him.
But Vyasa is the one who wrote the Bhagavatam.
Yeah, that is why there is there's a doubt too. How can he himself reject his own chapters out?
If they're his. Okay.
That means there was one original Vyasa, and then later on another Vyasa was also there.
Okay. So I mentioned to you before that the last verse of the 11th chapter, this we're talking about chapter 12, chapter 13, chapter 14. The last verse of the 11th chapter and the last verse of the 14th chapter, exactly the same Sanskrit. Mentioning that in this way Krishna spent his Komaram Leela, his childhood pastimes. So it seems like why would they put the same? Why would the 14th chapter end in the same verse as the 11th chapter?
No, because there should be continuity, you know.
Yeah.
What you call cogency.
After the 11th chapter says, "Thus the childhood pastimes were past," then the next age pastimes of his Yovanam years should come, right?
Because these three chapters, what are the three chapters? 11, 12, and 13?
No, 12, 13, and 14.
All right.
So 11 finishes a section of childhood pastimes.
14th also ends with the same verse.
Exactly same verse, yeah.
So that is a cogency.
What do you mean?
I mean, the description is cogent in the sense continuous.
Okay.
So you don't differentiate between the 11th last verse and 14th last verse, because if you have different verse, then you will definitely feel that these three chapters are original.
Yeah. If you have a different verse, then you'll think that the three chapters are original. But if you have the same verse, you will think, oh, this seems like this is added.
It's a chain. It's a continuity. It's an unbroken chain.
No, maybe, the subject what he has taken up to 11th and 13, 14 maybe in a different way. So he wanted to maintain the continuity. Of course, I am not, because I am holding the book.
No. That's what I say. And maintaining the continuity. That's all.
No, he takes apart from that 11th and take the 12, 13 with a different angle. So he wanted to maintain the 11th to continue there, and that he has started.
And that's what we were discussing. So the description of the killing of the demon Agha has been described in these three chapters.
It's Agasura, and it's also Brahma stealing the cows.
So many other topics are there. Main topic is killing of Agha.
Okay. All right. Okay, so
whenever we understand this, we must say which is main subject of these three chapters is killing of Agha.
What I am feeling, what I saw, mat karma krit, mat pramo, mat paramo, mat bhaktaha. This is where it ends in the 11th chapter.
No, you are talking of Bhagavad Gita. We are talking of Bhagavatam.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, in that way, definitely this will variation with there, because he continues Bhagavatam with different collection. So you wanted to give something in the meantime, and he wanted to continue what he started.
No. The Keshavdas Swami's discussion was on Srimad Bhagavatam, not on Bhagavad Gita.
I can immediately that Bhagavatam also. Okay. Oh, that's right.
This is the verse in the end of the.
This is what he is saying about the 10th skandham. Srimad Bhagavatam 10th skandham, 11th chapter.
59 sloka.
And then 59.
This is the last sloka here. So it says that he
59th verse is the last
talks
sloka.
about
10th kanda, the 14th he starts again. That is what he is telling.
It talks
we don't call kanda in Bhagavatam. It's called skandha.
Okay. In 10th, it is the same skandha, 10th.
10th skandha, where Krishnavatara is explained.
Okay. Same Vishnu Purana also, this Krishna Avatar fully it is dealt. Total.
Vishnu Purana contains 6 adhyayas. Now, the names of chapters are different in different books so that we can easily identify them. In the case of poetry, in especially Ramayana, we have got adhyaya and sarga. Kanda, adhyaya, sarga. Kanda, sarga. Only Kanda, sarga only. In Bhagavatam, we have skandha, adhyaya. That's all. Whereas in Bhagavad Gita, there's only adhyaya, nothing else. Adhyaya and slokas.
But is it Gaddi?
In Mahabharata, as you understand, that Mahabharata has got first major division Parva, then Adhyaya, and then Sarga. So you can easily identify whether it is Mahabharata or Bhagavata or Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana.
No, Bhagavatam is Gadyam or Champu.
No, but it's an epic, it's a Purana.
No, correct, but how they dealt it in the Loka come Gadyam and like that, that's what I meant.
In Bhagavatam, we have got both prose and poetry. In Ramayana, we have got only poetry. In Mahabharata has got both prose and poetry.
So it is in the Gadyam.
So Swami, we have this. This is the.
Not called Champu, as you say.
This is
not a mixture of poetry and prose, but some chapters are in prose, some chapters are in poetry.
See, this
Whereas Champu will have a interspersing of poetry and prose every now and then.
Go together.
Yeah.
So this is 10, 11, 59.
59, okay.
Yeah.
So 14, 15.
And this is 1461. Same.
All right. Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Exact same.
No, that is what just to establish the continuity. That's all.
Okay.
In order to avoid interpolation. To
avoid interpolation, but if I want to, so what you're saying is the way that it's printed with these two verses the same. They're not hiding that these three chapters are separate. They're not trying to hide it.
No, they're
because if you were trying to hide it, if I was trying to hide it, I would take the last verse out of the 11th chapter, and I would only have the ending verse at the end of the 14th chapter.
Right.
I wouldn't have it twice. I wouldn't put it in there twice. Putting it in there twice is suspicious.
No. It is not a simple way of hiding. There's no stealthy way of doing it. But what we want you to know is don't give importance to these three chapters.
By putting the two last verses
same verse
in between. It's like a sandwich.
Right.
So they say that whatever is in between these, don't give too much importance to it.
That's all.
Okay, that's fine. But definitely Veera Raghavacharya came after Sudarshana Suri?
That is history can tell us, but we don't know.
You don't know. But both of them are Sri Vaishnavacharyas, and both of them said that these three chapters are accepted by a lot of people, but not accepted necessarily as original. But still they made some commentary on them because there are people, this is what you said before, that because people in general know these stories, so they made some comment.
They need some meaning. They need some meaning.
So they gave some explanation about them. Okay.
Sudarshan is Ammal time. Because we get only the Ammal Sudarshan Suri is Ammal Nadadur Ammal time.
See, Madhvas don't accept it. Madhvas don't accept these three. Madhva's commentary Madhva was just after, about 100 years after after Ramanuja. Yeah.
It doesn't depend on the times of authors and because one is earlier, the other is later, some objections are raised or some the chapters are deleted. So it is a question of opinion. It's not a question of time.
Correct. Definitely, that's what my doubt is. Definitely, it is not before story, because story only have this.
No, the story itself is not rejected. Aghasura's death is certain in the hands of Lord Krishna. But at the same time, some people follow some preceptors. That's all. So what I mean is, if I am one of the preceptors, that is acharyas, as we say. So Vyasacharya, as I understand, though one who arranges. So if I am one of the arrangers, yeah, so if I am, so some preceptors reject them, some preceptors accept them, and some preceptors comment on them. Some preceptors give us the advantage of meaning. That's all. So there's no harm in getting the meaning of the interpolated chapters. In Srimad Ramayana also we have got interpolations.
No, it is like on literature, some interpretation, some
இடைச்சர்கள்.
but still some people they ignore it, some people they explain it.
So, but this is another thing in Ramayana. Some people are saying Uttarakhand is interpolation, right?
Unfortunately, the foreigners' comments come. They say Balakanda and Uttarakanda are not Valmiki's productions. That's very unfortunate. They made a research and found out the style of Balakanda and Uttarakanda are different from Ayodhya to Yuddha. And therefore, they said Balakanda itself was not written by Valmiki. That is absurd. The foreigners' opinions were earlier very, very weird, as you say, unacceptable.
Okay, I'm not so interested in foreigners' opinions because they had some crazy opinions. But what I'm more interested in different Vaishnava Sampradaya Acharya's opinions. Just like that's why I showed you Sridhariya. Sridhar says there's 332 chapters.
Right.
And I showed you the number.
Right.
And that teacher in Vrindavan, Gaudiya, he interpreted Dvatrimsat Trisatani. Dvatrimsat Trisatani, he says it can be 335. Because he says Trisatani.
No. Dvatrimshas is 32, Trisatani is 300. 332.
Yeah, I know that, and you know that, but he's saying Satani. I don't know. He has some logic behind it. Why he thinks it's 335.
So you cannot mean Dvatrimshat Trishatani as 335. It's a mistake.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. It should be Panchatrimshat Uttara Trishatani.
Yeah, that was
unfortunately the number 3 has been added to 332 and then I made to 335. It's completely wrong. Whenever we write the number in Sanskrit, we add some two words, either Adhika or Uttara. So Dvatrimshad Uttara Trishatam. We don't say Trishatani. No, there are some what you call freedom of expression. Freedom of expression tells you that Trishatani can be there. So, nevertheless, these three will not come to the fore to the front, in the sense before Dvatrimshat. Because generally, of course, as we understand, we always say plus. Additions are there in numbers. So Dvatrimshat is 2 plus 30. So again, so 2 plus 30, 32, 32 plus 300, 3 shatam, 332. So we all are plus addition. But again, this 3 will not come again into the foreground, to the front.
See, this is the I showed you before. This is the
32 or 35.
Dispute of 32 and 35. Yeah.
Right. The
So
very first sentence has got a printing mistake.
Where?
Length, L-E-N-G is missing.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean the whole, yeah.
So the Balabas also don't accept only 332.
Right.
But here it was saying.
Appendix 2.
No, I'm trying to find the place. It's
No, the point here is because my Acharya, for example, my Acharya in the sense, Ahobilamatam Ahandavan in that way.
Right.
My Acharya says that there are only these 3 chapters are not there in the Bhagavatam. Then I adhere to their words. I follow their words.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, everybody follows their acharyas. Yeah.
So that is the reason for difference of opinion between Veeraraghavacharya and Sri Ramanuja.
No, Ramanuja has no opinion on this. He has not given an opinion.
I mean, you gave one more name. Oh, sorry,
Sudarshana Suri is saying the same thing.
Right.
They're both saying that it is interpolation.
Yeah.
They both of them use the word prakshipta.
Right. Agree. They agree on this point.
Yeah, they agree. It's prakshipta.
Yeah. Right. Where are our comments?
Yeah, somewhere here. I don't know.
You said that, I mean, you have a word 32, 332 only there. The last paragraph.
See here.
335.
See here.
Oh,
it says.
Wait. Yes.
It says here, Dwa Trimsat Trisatam. Trisatam, not Trisatani. Right? Dwa Trimsat Trisatam means 332, right?
Right.
But here he says. Here he says.
335. Right.
Says here,
Meaning of the phrase.
Dwa Trimsat Cha. Dwa Trimsat Cha Satani Cheti Tripada.
Dvatrimshatcha Chatani Cheti Tripada Dvandaha. Oh, sorry, Tripada Dvandaha. Okay. Tena Panchatrimshadadhika Shatatraya Sankhyaakaha Shakha iti arthaha. This is peculiar. Yes.
So what he's
no. They say Dvatrimshat is a single word.
Yeah.
Cha is next word. Of course, it's an avyayam. Shatani meaning Shatani is a word, separate word, second word. Again, cha iti. This is completely wrong interpretation. Totally absurd. So it says Tripada Dvandvaha. If you consider, how do you consider cha as padam or dva 2? So Trimshat 30. So these 2 words, let us say. Shatani.
So 32 and Satani.
Right. Now Trimshat Tatani should also mean 30, 100.
Trimsat Satani.
30, 100. 30 plus 100.
Yeah, but if it's a dvandva, it's Dwa Trimsat is one part and Satani another part, no?
Right. It cannot mean Tena Panchashimsat Adhika. Where is the Panchatrimsat Adhika Shatatraya?
I don't know where he gets Pancha Trimsat.
This is completely wrong. That means they have not understood Sanskrit, they have not understood the words, they have not understood the meaning. Complete. Who's that? Goswami and Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura?
He's a Gaudiya. Jiva Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti, they're Gaudiyas.
Right.
But
anyway, it's a very peculiar and misunderstanding.
Yeah, we could go through all these wrong meanings and understand them, but I don't.
The previous paragraph says it's more logical. It's not a question of logical. It is the exact meaning. It's not a logical meaning. Direct meaning, 32.
Yeah, 332 is direct meaning. Yeah.
I told you, 3 Shatani makes the confusion. So we are not supposed to say Sri Shatani in plural. It should be 3 Shatam.
Right. Okay. All right.
He is not the only one who takes the phrase to mean 335. That means there are other people who have misunderstood also.
Now, what is this book deals with?
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Oh, chat.
The number of chapters. It's a discussion on number of chapters.
Okay. When this book is published?
This book.
First page. It's of course a very, very ancient book.
Yeah, no, this is recent. This is appendix for one book by
what is the year of publication he is asking?
I don't know. I have to look at maybe
the last page, the cover page.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say it doesn't say on the cover page.
Right.
No, what is my interest? Suppose if it is latest, they might have referred Viragachar as his comments. That is how I doubted.
Right.
If latest, somebody is reviewed it. There is because he is also an equal talented man to comment about Bhagavatam.
No, there is no dispute over Viragacharya's commentary.
No, not that. No, if the book is published latest, somebody with a new writer, so if he might have referred that way, that his comments. Now, actually, some books are coming. The book is not available, earlier literature books, but somebody has quoted, even Deshika has quoted something. The book is not available, they quoted something.
Right. But this is not authentic source according to me.
No.
That's a conclusion.
I have to look to see if I can find I have to look to find if I can find Sridhar's commentary, the exact what Sridhar Swami says, because they take what Sridhar Swami says. If Sridhar Swami uses the phrase Dvatrim Sat Tri Satam, then there's no question. But no, as you say, nobody should be saying Tri Satani.
Yeah. And also the word pancha is obsolete.
How pancha comes?
Yeah, cannot come.
I mean, if we take it that tree and dwa and tree are added together, that makes pancha. But then we don't have. Then we only have 305.
Right.
It'll never come 335.
No, the Yim Shat, there are 2 letters. Yim Shat, the Anuswara and the Shat is omitted, unfortunately.
The Anuswara, Trimsat.
Yeah, you say Dwa plus 3. Dwa plus 3 is there. Then you have Anuswara plus Shat is there.
Right.
That means they don't know the numbering also in Sat.
Right. Trimsat means it's 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I could
They
not
must know
understand it.
they must know even the declension of the Trimshat. The 7 words they must know. Otherwise they cannot understand Trimshat.
I think he's trying to say Dwa plus tree, and then Satam, he says, because it's in a compound, it actually is Satani, and then
this 3 is repeated in his mind. Dwa plus 3, then Trimshat.
Then
Trimshat.
Oh, it's repeated. Trimshat is repeated.
It's a printing mistake, spelling mistake, mistake in the mind. Now, Dwa 3 Trimshat. 3 Trimshat. 3 Trimshat is 33.
Right.
So the letter 3 is extra there, which creates a problem for him and makes it 335. So it cannot occur. So you cannot have what we call 35 is 3, 33 is 3 Trimshat. 3 Trimshat
Right.
is 35.
So there's no way that somebody will say Dwa Tri Trimsat.
That's all.
Nobody will say this. They'll say Pancha Trimsat.
Yeah.
Right.
No. As you said, Dwa plus 3, 5. And then Trimshat again, you must have another 3. Another letter, syllable 3.
Right.
So that has been mistaken. Maybe because of your oral transfer. I tell you, you hear me wrongly. Or I tell you wrongly. That's
Maybe.
That's what
anyway.
we call Shruti. Shruti, we know.
It is one in the manuscript reading and they find the what, how the defects found.
Karna Parampara. We are talking of Karna Parampara.
Right.
What you heard from me is wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
But when we see what is written, then we know the truth.
Right. Niyojyaha meaning command. So you can command him, you can order him, you can direct him. So that is we gives you a better sense. That is, he can be easily controlled. He can be easily bossed over. That's meaning of Vinyojaha. But Vinayoja is such a sando. Vinayaha, of course, the same meaning can be there because Lord is himself humble. Lord is himself humble, Vinayaha. And he is the embodiment of victory, Jayaha. Satyasandaha, as usual, because he was Rama to Dasharatha. And therefore, he follows truthful path, Satyasandaha. He never transgresses truth and so on. And therefore, so Satyasandaha is a very famous name, popular name. But Vinayaha, all the names, Vinayaha, Jayaha, Jayaha, victory. Vijayaha also meaning victory. Of course, the word Vijaya denotes Arjuna. Generally, Vijaya, when you say Vijaya, it refers to Arjuna. Of course, the great victory is called Lord, Vijayaha, great victory. So, maybe Madhvacharya is also right. And that is why we can take what we call pragmatic and comprehensive look at the 3 Acharyas' names, versions. Vinayaha, Jayaha. But not a single syllable should be extra in the verse form, namely shloka, anushtup. Anushtup is a chandas. There are 256 varieties. So out of 256 varieties, one of the varieties only is shloka. Generally, as Mahabharata or Ramayana or Bhagavata contain almost all of them as shlokas. Anushtup. According to the epics definition, of course, which came later, the end of the sargas, cantos, the end of the chapters, adhyayas in Bhagavatam, and the end of parvas in Mahabharata, they end in different meters. That is different because that is natural, that is mandatory also. Ending in different meters. Any sarga, any chapter will end in different meters. But the whole sarga will be normally consisting of only 1 meter. That is the Mahakavya definition, great epics definition. Of course, these are all Arsha Prayoga, we call it Bhagavatam, Srimad Ramayanam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Mahabharatam. Everything is made up by, created by rishis, sages. They are also called Bhagavan Valmiki, Bhagavan Vyasaha, and so on. So here it's called archaic usage. But nevertheless, they have not transgressed the rules which came later. And the very first verse, Tapasva Dhyayanaratam Tapasvi Vagvidam Varam Naradam Paripapracha Valmikir Munipungavam. The very first verse of Srimad Ramayanam is not corresponding to the definition of a shloka. The 5th syllable is light, but 6th syllable is not heavy. 7th syllable is not also heavy. Tapasvadhyaya niratam. So that means the rishis can disobey the rules. That is, the rules were not framed. Definition was not written before them. It was only a later addition. Even for dramas, for example, Kalidasa is supposed to be the best according to the entire world, but Kalidasa had a predecessor, a preceptor called Basa. Basa. And he wrote 13 dramas. We have got 13 dramas now. And all the 13 dramas flout the rules of dramaturgy as we see because of the later definitions. And therefore, we cannot call Basa as a very, what you call, little poet. Because he is not a bad poet, bad dramatist. He is considered the best dramatist of the 2nd century BC.
Basa drama came to light only in 19th century.
1907. Sorry, 1909. 1909, to be exact.
Ganapati Shastri.
T. Ganapati Shastri.
Trivandrum. And that is, it is in south.
Culled from the library of Trivandrum. Oriental Manuscript Library of Trivandrum. Many other works have been found that have been written by Basa, but they are not authentic because you have a very peculiar term used by him. Instead of prastavana in all dramas, what we call prelude, he uses sthapana. That is why we identified 13. Ganapati Shastri identified only 13. Now what I mean to say here is Vinayojyaha, good meaning, and Vinayaha Jayaha. Vinayaha itself means he is incarnate of modesty. That's all there. Modesty incarnate. I found your point in Vishnu Sahasranama. It's a 510th name. You can easily refer now. 510th name.
510th name. 510th name. 510th name. I can't show it on the screen right now, but
in this context, we have, as you said, Ramanujacharya and Shankaracharya accepted the 9-syllabled quarter.
Yeah. 510th, it's 510th, it is Vinayaha.
Vinayaha. Yeah.
And then Jaya.
Vinayaha, Jayaha, Satyasandaha, 9 syllables.
Yeah. Vinayaha.
So, here, no, the sentence says, this is Sri Rama Arayar Sharma of Melkote. So you have the book here. I shall show you. I shall give
somebody
you the first
from Melkote?
page. Yeah, Melkote. Sri Rama Arayar Sharma. It's a President Award in Sanskrit.
Oh.
And actually, Tirunangur Prativadi Bhayankara Annangaracharya Shiromanina Then through Arayar Srirama Sharma is the editor.
So it's PB and Angacharya.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So PB and Angacharya is saying it's okay. So you're saying also it's okay to have 9 syllables in a quarter?
No, just wait. So it says Gujarat Vadatal Sri Swami Narayaniyanam Vidyacharyena Pranitam. That is the book here. This says Atra here Vinayaha Jaya Satyasandaha iti Navaksharani Santi. There are 9 syllables in this phrase, in this quarter. Ataha, therefore, Brihati Chandaha Syat. The meter should be Brihati.
Oh.
And Evam, in this way, Vishnu Sahasranama Stotrasya Anushtup Chandaha iti Uktihi. Who said that Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra contains only shlokas? Anushtup Chandaha iti Uktihi. Vyartha Syat. It is useless. It is wrong. It is a fallacy. Iti Akshepaha. Thus an objection is raised. So Madhvacharya Sampradaya Pradhanasya. Among the Madhvacharya traditions, you have Uttaradimatha Swaminaha. There is a Swami called Uttaradimatha Swami, belonging to. There are 8 mathas in Madhvacharya.
I know Astamats. I know them.
So out of them, Uttaradimatha is one of them.
Yeah.
And he said, Satyasandasya Bhashye, in the commentary on the word Satyasanda, Parihritaha, it has been rectified. Parihritaha rectified. How? Yatha, Aitareya Brahmane, as in Aitareya Brahmanam. The Aitareya Brahmanam says, Naikena Aksharena Chandagamsi Biyanti Na Dvabhyam. So just by 1 syllable extra, the meters do not become different. Nor
Really?
nor by 2 more syllables. Dvabhyam. So na ekena aksharena, not only by a single syllable, but also by a couple of syllables. Na dvabhyam. Chandagumsi viyanti cha. The meters do not differ. That means the deviation is allowed. The deviation is allowed. Iti Vachanat, because of Aitareya Brahmana sentence, Ekakshara Adhikepi, even when 1 syllable is extra, Anushtup Eva Chandaha. The meter is Anushtup only.
The meter is only Anushtup even if there's one extra. Very good.
1 or 2, even 2.
1 or even 2. But we don't have an example of 2.
Yeah, fortunately. So, iti Vartikam, it says Vartikam. Who wrote Vartikam? I don't remember. Vartikam is a commentary.
Right.
It's a commentary on grammar.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Again it is my personal. It is exceptionally, not always.
Right.
Yeah.
It is very exceptionally allowed.
Rare exception.
Very rarely, because it is allowed, because that he wanted to stress the importance of it, so 1 syllable is allowed.
Right.
So can we say that Shankara and Ramanuja had it right? And can we say that Shankara and Ramanuja had it right? And that Madhva changed it because he thought it should be only 8.
Yeah, it can be 9. Yeah.
So Madhva has changed it.
Yeah.
So the original Vishnu Sahasranam should be 9. It should be 9.
It should be 9. Yeah. There's no harm in extra syllable.
But the Madhvas don't know this pramanam or not?
Madhva, the Uttaradimatha Swami himself says this.
Oh, so he says it.
Oh.
But still, they don't put it. They don't put 9 syllable. They do it. The Madhvas do only 8.
Instead of it, they use Viniyojya.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. The acceptance is different, but their own opinion is thrust there. Vinyojaha should be used.
Okay. So does it say exactly where in Vartika we can find this rule?
Yeah.
The exception?
Right.
No, in Vartika, where in Vartika we have to look in Vartika to find the rule.
Right. The Vartika says the quotes Aitareya Brahma.
Quotes Aitareya Brahmana, and you just quoted it, right? You quoted the verse.
I shall send you if you want.
Oh, please send me. Yeah, I'll look it up. So the actual, so there's a so when we say Vartika quotes Aitareya Brahmana, it quotes an example of too many syllables in the meter.
Right.
It doesn't, there's no, Aitareya Brahmana doesn't have grammatical rules in it. It just has examples of extra syllables, extra akshars.
No. When the scripture says Aitareya Brahmanam is a scripture.
Yeah.
And the scripture says it is a rule. It's acceptable rule.
Oh, okay. So then we want to know that. We want to find that in the
don't dispute scriptures. That's what
No, I'm not disputing it. I just want to know where it is.
No, I'm not saying about you. I'm not talking about your words. Generally, Aitareya Brahmanam should be taken as Praman. That's all.
Even Swami Panini, certain rules he gives exception only which are all used already, so he don't want to ignore it. Panini.
Right. That's why I said Arsha Prayoga, archaic usage, every time when great people make deviations, not mistakes. They are not to be understood as mistakes. They are to be accepted as they are. That's all.
No, it's an exceptional standard.
Yeah, this particular instance, only one instance fortunately found out by Keshavdas Swami in Vishnu Sahasranama. The only instance
right,
where the Anushtup has been deviated. The rule of Anushtup is deviated. Again, of course, I told you already, there are 256 varieties of Anushtup. Anushtup doesn't mean simply shloka. Shloka has got 4 definitions. Number one is 8 syllables per quarter. 5th syllable should be light. 6th syllable should be heavy in all the 4 quarters. The previous also. The 5th syllable should be light in every quarter. And then 7th will be alternatively heavy and light. Namely, in odd quarters, the 7th syllable should be light, heavy. And in even quarters, 7th syllable should be light. And if there are some deviations, still, they are understood as Anushtup. Simply because there are just 8 syllables per quarter, you can call them Anushtup. And if you can include within the 256 varieties, well, it's good. You are a good poet. And even if you deviate beyond 256, then this is one example. 9 syllables per quarter. And that is only in one quarter. That is not, again, such a rule is there in what we call considering heavy syllable. In considering heavy syllable, there are 5 rules. If there is an anuswara over a letter, meaning the yam, a dot over the letter, that is considered heavy syllable. So sanuswarascha. Then dirghascha, all the 8 long vowels are heavy syllables. A, E, U, R, A, I, O, Au. So 8 syllables are 8 vowels, long vowels. Now sanuswarascha dirghascha visargicha. If you have visarga attached to any letter, which is short vowel, then can become what we call heavy syllable. So again, short vowel has got an M over, dot over above, and then that is also called heavy syllable. So these are first three rules. Sanuswarascha dirghascha visargicha gurur bhavet. Then Varna Samyoga Purvasya. If two consonants follow one syllable consecutively, that has to be understood only by experience. Read it and understand. Varna Samyoga Purvasya. Then lastly, Padanta Gopiva. The poet can use the concession that he can use a light syllable and call it a heavy syllable according to the exigency of the meter. That's what. So according to the definition of the meter, he can adjust it, say, by using only light syllable. So light syllable will be without visarga, without anuswara. It should not be a long vowel. It should be a short vowel. Out of 5, a, e, u, r, l. Then varna samyoga purvasya, there should be no double consonant attached to it. Then lastly, it should be the last syllable of the verse. Then this concession this is what I am going to stress now. So this concession has been used in every quarter. If for a bad poet, a beginner, so now we can say beginner poet, a novice will use this concession sometimes in both the halves. Last syllable of the second quarter, last syllable of the last quarter. And again, you can use it as last syllable of the each quarter, all the 4 quarters. There are only 4 quarters. And again, in Ramayana also you find that there are 3 into 2 quarters. There are 6 quarters of a verse. 6 quarters of a verse. And there are so many examples. Many examples are. An umpteen number of verses are there in Ramayana, of course, maybe in Mahabharata also, with 3 lines. Generally, we say 2 halves, 4 quarters, but there are 6 quarters. In that case also, suppose the poet uses for all these last syllables of the 6 quarters, he is allowed. Concession is allowed. And therefore, such an allowance is also given in this Vishnu Sahasranama, 9 syllables.
So here the 9th syllable is in the 3rd quarter.
No, in the first, Vinayo Jay Satyasandra, right, 3rd quarter, right. So, a poet will be called very, very bad if he uses it in all 4 quarters.
So and he should only use it in one of the quarters.
One of the quarters, and again, not if it is used in all the 4 quarters, that becomes a different chandas also. It becomes Brigati chandas.
Right.
So he can use it to maximum 3 quarters. Maximum 3 quarters, you can use 9 syllables.
But many times we see it being used in in the end of the 2nd and the 4th. Sometimes we see different count of syllables in the 1st and the 3rd to the 2nd and the 4th quarter.
Okay. Have you seen that?
Yeah. And I think this six quarter verse we get also one in Bhagavad Gita in maybe 2nd chapter.
Okay.
But tell me, so all of these 256 Anustups, they are all listed in Pingala Chanda Sutras or not?
Yes, Pingala Sutra. No, the problem, Pingala Sutra is the earliest work. And now you have what you call Vrittaratnakaram by Kedara Bhatta. That doesn't give you all the 256 because they are unnamed. Only a few are named. Not even more than, I think, 15. There are, I think, less than even 10. Only 10 varieties of Anushtup are used so far. I can tell you 2 varieties which I practiced also and I taught also. One is called, all the 32 syllables are heavy. All the 32 syllables are heavy. That's called Vidyunmala. So of course, 8 syllables only, Anushtup Chandas. So, Momo, Gogo, Vidyunmala, that is the definition. Ma is a Gana where all the 3 syllables are heavy. So, 2 Mas and 2 Gas. So, every quarter has got 8 syllables, all heavy. One can write it. There are some beautiful verses. And then all the 32 are, the other extreme is all the 32 are short vowels, rather light syllables. But it's very difficult to write light syllables of 32 light syllables in a Anushtup Chandas. I think the Bharavi up to Vedanta Deshika also, even Venkatadhari might have practiced that. We must find out. I don't see one short vowel all the 32. Short vowel meaning light syllable all the 32. So this is the other extreme. So I got permutation combination. 2 power 8, so 256. And therefore, so beyond that, one can also deviate. So 3-lined verses, as we say in Bhagavad Gita also. So you have deviation. That means today I can also say deviation. I have written 1 or 2 examples of 3-lined verses for 6 quarters. I wrote 6 quarters in a verse to complete the meaning.
சில நாராயணியம் அதே மாதிரி சில பாதுகாசாஸ்திரலையும் 3 இது உள்ளது வருது இல்லையா, நடுவுல நாராயணத்துல நிறைய பாத்திருக்கேன். அது என்ன சந்தஸ்ல வரும் சுவாமி?
அதுவா நாராயணியத்துல 3 வரத்துக்கு சான்ஸே இல்ல, 4 தான் வரும்.
இல்ல 1 2ல 3 வரும். இப்ப மறுபடியும் நான் செக் பண்றேன். ஏன்னா அந்த 3ல இது வந்து ஜாஸ்தி நான் இதுல பாத்திருக்கேன், பாதுகாசாஸ்திரத்துல.
பாதுகாசாஸ்திரத்துல 3 கிடையவே கிடையாது. 3 வரி கிடையவே கிடையாது. கிடையவே கிடையாது. அதாவது 6 குவார்டர்ஸ் கிடையவே கிடையாது. பாதுகாசாஸ்திரத்துல இல்ல. ஏன்னா நான் 1008 4 தடவை படிச்சாச்சு.
சரி நான் இப்ப பாக்குறேன் 8000 எப்படி எனக்கு என்ன கிளாஸ்ல வர்ற போது சொல்லிட்டு வர போது அதுக்கு மட்டும் இந்த மார்க்கிங் இருக்குங்களா, எப்படி நான் சொன்னேன், இந்த மார்க்கிங் பண்ற போது 1 லைன் 2 லைன் 3 லைன்ல முடிச்சு நம்பர் போட்டுப்பான். அதை வச்சு சொல்லணும். நான் இப்ப பார்த்தேன் மறுபடியும் ஐ கேன் ட்ரேஸ் இட். நம்பர் போடுறேன் பாத்தீங்களா, நம்பர்ல வரும்போது 112 அப்புறம் 113 வரப்போ 13ல 3 இருக்கும், அதுக்கப்புறம் 114 அது 3 லைனுக்கு அப்புறம் 4வது வரும். அந்த மாதிரி வரும்.
நாராயணியம் பார்த்து ரொம்ப நாளாச்சு, அதனால தெரியும்.
ஓகே
யூசுவலா வந்து அப்படி வராது. ராமாயணத்துல வரும், மகாபாரதத்துல வரலாம், இதுலயும் இருக்கு. பாகவத்லயும் 3 வரி.
எப்படி அப்படி வாங்கிற இந்த இது வந்து
இல்ல another proverb for Keshavdas Swami, another proverb is in Sanskrit, Nirankushaha Kavayaha. Nirankushaha Kavayaha. You cannot control poets. You cannot restrict the poets to rules. Don't bind them to rules. That's what there is a proverb in Nirankushaha Kavayaha. You just give them so much freedom that they do anything at them. That is the one field where we have what we call Vishama Vrta. So you add any number of syllables in any number of quarters and call it a poem. You call it a poem because others should not others should call it a poem. You call it a poem because it is your own composition, your own creation, production. So you just write any number of quarters, any number of syllables in each quarter. This is what we call modern poetry, as we say in Tamil, Pudukkavidai. That we have in Sanskrit called the Vishama Vrta. Each quarter is different from the other. That one can attempt. And if, as Rajagopalan knows singing, if you sing it in a beautiful way, it will be considered a poem. I will give you one example in Tamil. This is what Rajaji wrote. Kurai ondrum illai. It's a very bad example of no rhyming pattern. because it is sung in beautiful ragas, we say that it's a poem. It's a prose. It's not a poem. It's not a poem. It's a prose. So this. So today's session.
Today's session was full of grammar and poetics.
And this is also in need of it.
Okay, we should do it. Today, one friend of mine, he was asking me, is there somebody who will teach Sanskrit grammar?
Yeah.
But I said, I don't know anybody. You're not. You're too busy. You're too busy.
Not too busy, I don't know how to teach beautifully grammar.
One more thing, Swami, here, in my college, when I was doing my MA Sanskrit, that he told, I cannot teach you unless you memorize all these
rules. Rules.
That is what he told, because the references every day, it varies from various places it is referred. So unless you memorize your thing, that is how we are brought up. So I cannot, if you want for examination sake, I will tell you something. But that cannot be. Vyakaranam Panini, I cannot do like this. He never take class. He will only for examination, he will tell you whatever project, I will give you my mark, I will give you. It is like that. No, he was very particular about it.
Who is your teacher? Who was your teacher?
Rajan, something like that. He's a military man. And he was proposed for Andavan இந்த இவர் வரதுக்கு முன்னாடி அவர் தான் ப்ரப்போஸ் பண்ணா. அப்புறம் என்ன சாரன்னு அவர் பேர் என்ன சார் if I am right. இவர் யூஎஸ் இன் விவேகானந்தா காலேஜ் குடிமை வச்சுருப்பார். சௌந்தரராஜன். He was very clean. No, I cannot teach unless you memorize this Panini Sutras. And now he is 60 years old, and he can tell the Sutras, Swami. That is how it is.
I know Rajagopalan by name, the head of the Department of Sanskrit. Then you have what you call Vishwanatha Gurukul. So I know only up to Rajagopal, not earlier.
No, this thing, what I am telling is, he is not a head of department. He only joined very late after retirement from military service.
Oh, right.
He joined military moral service. He built a house in Srirangam, a big house, in the back of Kolladam.
Oh, right. I think he was teaching in Andavan Pathashala also for some time.
Maybe.
But did you do MA Sanskrit in evening college or something?
No, regular college. Vaishnava, this is Vivekananda. After my attaining 63 years old.
So you must have met Nanda Kumar.
Yes, that is this Nanda Kumar is a part-time lecturer. He was evening college man.
Muttu.
Now he is going to become head of department.
Right. And also.
But Prashant is going to retire.
Prashant. Prashant is said to be a poet.
Yes.
I have worked with Muttu. Muttu was my colleague.
He is Agama Shastra Pandit.
Right.
His thesis is in Agam. Vaikana. He is Desiya Sampradaya.
Right. His brother is also a doctorate by name Sudarshan.
He is Saraswati Mahal.
So let us meet.
Abhiram Sundaram was the head of department. I joined.
Right. Abhiram. Abhinava Sundaram is nephew of Vishwanatha Gurukul, who was the head of Department of Sanskrit.
Oh.
He only brought him.
Om Namo Narayanaaya